guys, welcome to the Vanity Mirror. I'm sure right away, if you watch my videos, you noticed that I got a haircut. I cut off enough hair, I cut off right about just the right amount to get donated, which wasn't the original plan. I just wanted something fresh and new, and just, you know, every once in a while, that's just kind of what you need. And it turned out that it was long enough to donate, which I'm really happy about. It's such a good cause to donate your hair if you can ever do it, which I am glad I was able to. I think my haircut's really cute. It's gonna take some getting used to not feeling my hair on my back anymore because it was pretty much down to my butt. So that's what's going on in my life. But today's episode of the Vanity Mirror, I am going over the contents of my Boxycharm with you guys, and I'm going to be doing a try on at the end after I show you everything in the box. That's why my face is not complete, because I'm going to be putting some of this on to my face. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead and get started? But before we do, make sure you subscribe, because at 500 subscribers, I'm doing a giveaway. Let's go. Let's go ahead and start. This month's theme is vacation, super cute, and all of the prices and everything on the back. So the first thing in the box is a really cute packaging. It's a blush from Pretty Vulgar in the shade Make Them Blush. So here's what the shade looks like. It's a really pretty dusty pink, kind of. It's not, and it's super pigmented too, look at that. And it has kind of a hint of peach to it. That is really pretty. The next thing in the box is this double-decker mascara from Butter London. I don't think I've ever used anything from either of these brands so far, so this is fun. I'm kind of getting to know some new brands in this box. Yay. Here's what the mascara looks like. Oh, pretty basic wand, but we will see how it performs on the lashes in a minute. 200% thicker lashes, 300% increase in lash curl. What did I say? Because 314. I don't know if that's what I said. Those are some pretty big claims, so I'm excited to see. Oh, by the way, the blush retails for $26 and the mascara retails for $20. Okay, so next thing in the box, we have this South Main Eye Gel Packs. Reduce puffiness, reduce dark circles, and moisturize the eye area. So I didn't use these before putting on my makeup today, but I probably will use this soon. It says for best results to use for 3 consecutive days. I actually don't really have either of those issues really, but I'm definitely willing to give it a shot and see if I notice a difference. And the next thing in the box, the Vintage Cosmetics Company Smoky Eye Brush Set. It does give you a little step-by-step on the back that explains what to use each brush for. I'll definitely be using all of those in my eye look today. And that brings me to the last thing in the box, which comes in bubble wrap. I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've gotten to do this. Aw, these are weak little bubbles. It's like when you have like a wimpy little horn on your car, like meep meep. The next thing in the box, and last thing in the box, is this Boxycharm and Pure Cosmetics. It is so cute. It has little hearts like in a kind of like a lattice pattern on the background, which you're not going to be able to see that. But it is an eyeshadow palette. Oh wait, hang on. The under eye gels retail for $10, and the brushes retail for $23.15. And now to the palette. There are stickers on the side. Okay, here she is. Here is the palette. It has such pretty colors in it. Oh my goodness. It is all over the board. There's not a ton of mattes though, so it might be a little difficult to work with, but we will give it a try. Very like, it has really pretty like tropical like colors, like peachy. We've got this like nice beautiful like magenta color here and a beautiful blue, and it has a nice dark like sparkly black in the corner, and they all have little names on the corners of them. I'm gonna swatch just a couple of the ones that are like calling my name. So the color Squad, not as pigmented as not as pigmented as I hoped it would be, and it also is actually a little crumbly. But here's the color Squad, definitely not as impressive as I was expecting it to be. And then we have the color BFF, is that beautiful purple that was on the bottom row. as I like rubbed it on there, I think it looks really, really pretty. It's not super, super pigmented, but it is pretty. I have to do MIA, I think, or Mia, whatever that's called. It's the blue. Ooh, that is pretty. That is not very pigmented either. Oh, but it builds up nicely, and it's a pretty color. I'm excited to do an eye look with this. I think it'll be fun. There is a lot to choose from in here. I think I'm gonna make a really pinky eye look with maybe a splash of blue somewhere. I don't know. We'll see what I can come up with this, but why don't we go ahead and get started with the try on. But first, the palette is worth $36. So that is pretty nice. And I mean, like, 12 shadows is awesome. Like, you get a palette with 12 shadows in it in the box. The box is $21. This is $36. I'm gonna go ahead and scoot you in a little bit so you can look at the makeup on my face a little bit closer, and we will go ahead and get this going. All right, so we're gonna start with blush, and that's the blush from Pretty Vulgar that we have right here. It seemed really pigmented. It's kind of powdery, probably too much. Uh-oh, put some over here too. Don't overdo it with this blush, that's for sure, but I like the color. It's a really, really pretty natural color, but you want to be really careful because it's very, very pigmented. So go in with a light hand. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do highlighter off camera really quick because that's not really part of this, and we will get back to it. Okay, so my eyes are already primed and set and ready to go. So I think we will start with the shade Belle, which is this guy. This felt weird saying that for some reason. This one right here, and I'm gonna start by kind of dusting that all over the crease and maybe bringing it down onto the lid a little bit. I feel like you could probably do a really pretty wedding look with this palette, actually. I really want to play with the colors in here for this because it just has so much different colors going on in here. We'll go into this brush set now. I really like the handles of these. These are really nice. Quality of these brushes feels real, guys. I'm gonna take the angled brush that came in the box, and I'm gonna use that to get some of BFF on the outer corner. This is a very powdery palette. I'm gonna put some of that right there in the outer corner. That. Oof. Audio Jungle. Oh, by the way, I'm using this color right here. That's BFF. But yeah, I feel like it totally took over the shade Belle, so I'm gonna have to like go back in with more Belle, I think. I'm gonna go back into Belle on the first brush that I was using, and I'm going to blend right in the crease just to blend out some of the harsh edges from the BFF color. With a slightly smaller blending brush, I'm gonna go into the shade Nakey, which is this one right here. And just to add a little bit of peach to this look, and I take Nakey, and I'm gonna start putting that right on the very edge at the top of my crease there, just to add a little bit of peach to this. And now comes for shading. So I'm gonna take I know it says step 1, but I'm gonna use it as like a 4th step. And I'm gonna go into the shade Bay, which is this shade right here. And I'm gonna put that all over my lid. First, I'm gonna try it dry and see how it goes. It's not packing quite the punch that I would like it to, so I am gonna get my brush wet and see if that helps. This is much more purpley than I was expecting it to be. I think it has kind of a duochrome shift to it, actually. It's kind of, it looks a little bit more pink in the pan, and then it comes off a little bit more purple on your eye. And on the other eye, I'm gonna try it with my finger just to see. I think finger or wet brush will be pretty similar from what I can tell. So I would say either way, you prefer your finger or a wet brush, and it applies it pretty the same. I'm gonna go into the shade ATL, which is the shade right here. And I'm gonna add a little bit of that right on, not into the crease at all, just right here on the outer edge. I am not convinced that did anything, but I will keep trying. It's decent. I'm going to highlight my brow bone with the shade Perfect. This one right here. It's kind of a creamy, a little bit of a darker bone kind of shade. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and use that smudger brush that is in here, and I am going to smudge Belle along the lower lash line. Ooh, I'm really liking how this look is turning out. It looks like a beautiful sunset, and I'm about to ruin it. That's not true. I'm not going to ruin it. I am about to ruin the look of the sunset, however, because I really want to touch that blue. And I'm going to add it to my inner corner. That was really easy to apply. I like it. A little pop of fun. I'm going to take the same brush that I used to smudge Belle on the lower lash line, and I'm going to go into the shade Duet, which is right here. And I'm going to just dip into that. It's kind of a dark brown with some very small, it looks like kind of magenta shimmers in it, but they're barely noticeable. And I'm just going to smudge that along the upper lash line. Yes, that added something. I really like that decision. That was a good decision. All right, to finish up the eye look, I mean, I don't have an eyeliner in here, but I'm gonna take this Sephora eyeliner in the shade Blonde Ambition. It's like a white, creamy, iridescent eyeliner. Boom. Okay, and then now I'm gonna go into that mascara they put in here. This is the Double Decker Lashes from Butter London. I'm gonna put on a lip and I will be right back. Okay guys, there it is. There is the look that I created with Boxycharm. I think it went much better than it did last month. I actually love the eye look that I created with that palette. I didn't love all of the colors I played with, but it obviously can make a really fun, pretty, very springtime appropriate. I mean, the blue in the inner corners was just more of like a fun little, it's really fun, like a Mardi Gras or festival look. The mascara I am not a massive fan of. It works, it does its thing. Does it do what it claims, the like 314% increase in lash curl? No, it doesn't. I didn't curl my lashes so I could see how it would do, and honestly, like, they're up a little bit, but not very much. But they do look pretty. I would say that the palette has strong hits and misses. I haven't played with all of the colors. It wasn't too bad, and it obviously is pretty. I think you can get some good stuff out of it. I liked the brushes. I will say that the angled brush actually was a little bit on the scratchy side for me when I was trying to use it on the outer corners. So that is something to keep in mind about those. But this one is really soft, and this did a pretty good job of smudging things out on the lower lash line and everything. So I liked that. Go in with the blush with a very light hand because it came out a lot more intense than I was expecting, but it ended up blending out really well and looks really pretty. So I think that is everything, you guys, right? Right, the only thing is the under eye gels, which I just haven't had a chance to use yet. So if you guys are like truly interested in how they worked for me, let me know. But like I said, puffiness and discoloration underneath my eyes is not really a huge issue of mine. So you might want to look for someone who uses these that has those issues to see how much it helps them. So anyways, that's everything, you guys. Thank you so much for watching the Vanity Mirror. Please subscribe, hit the tempting red button right down there below my video, and I will see you later. The under eye gels are retailing. Make sure you subscribe because I found oh, dipped into the wrong color.